Anyways, dear friends, I spoke about lunacy of the European elites, and what about this news here that Eastern European politicians discussing preemptive attacks on Russia? And this was reported by Financial Times, by the way. So, several countries in Eastern Europe are considering a preemptive strike against Russia, according to Financial Times. Columnist Simon Cooper, the reported development came despite the Ukraine peace negotiations launched by Moscow and Washington. According to Cooper, their perceived pivot towards Moscow by US President Donald Trump has brought back their geographical distinctions of the Cold War, namely their idea of Eastern Europe and Western Europe, where one sees Russia as an existential threat and the other is not that bothered. We know that's why some of our countries are asking, why don't we attack Russia now instead of sitting and waiting for it to attack us? An unnamed prominent Eastern European politician said without elaborating. Since the escalation of the Ukraine conflict in 2022, Poland and Baltic states have claimed that if allowed to win, Russia might attack them next. Moscow has consistently denied the claims, with their President Vladimir Putin even describing them as nonsense. And well, you guessed which countries Financial Times is talking about, or elites of which countries. Most likely Poland, Czech Republic. I guess they are extreme Russophobes. I mean, elites in Czech Republic, and people also, by the way, let's be real. I mean, I think majority of Czech people hate us. Majority of Poles hate us. Majority of Lithuanians, Latvians, Estonians hate us. It is what it is, and that's why they have these extremist Russophones in the government, isn't it? They are choosing, they are voting for such extremists and Russophobes, right? And most likely, if there is a talks, if Financial Times is correct, and there are talks among Eastern European countries to conduct some preemptive attack on Russia, I guess Polish elites are involved in these talks, or elites from so-called elites from Baltic states, Czech Republic, most likely, some others, by the way, some others, Romania, for sure. And some others. And if these psychopaths go ahead with these extremely dangerous ideas, and if they really attack Russia, well, that's going to be end for them, isn't it? Yet again, Russia not going to treat them as Russia treated Ukraine. It's going to be a different war, man. And I doubt that Russian leadership will exercise restraint to deploy some extreme force in case of these Eastern European states attacking us. But I mean, topic itself is so insane that I don't know, man. It's hard to even comment. I mean, this is dangerous, of course, because these countries are also NATO member states, and if they know they cannot. They have no chances against Russia, right? But if they want destruction of Russia, if they are fixed on that idea, they may go ahead with the provocations that will provoke then direct war between NATO and Russia. Because elites, these psychopaths in the leadership of Eastern European states, might think that this is the only chance they have to provoke direct full-scale war between Europe and NATO, not realizing that in that case no one will win on this planet. I mean, that full-scale war between Russia and NATO is going to be end of everything, end of humanity. It is, I mean, dangerous, isn't it? How dangerous it is when you have such psychopaths in a position of power in so many countries in Europe, by the way. In so many NATO member states. This is immensely dangerous, and unfortunately very few people are talking about it. that these psychopaths may actually provoke direct war between Russia and NATO, and I'm quite sure they are already working on that. They are already pushing NATO towards this full-scale confrontation. Hello everyone, if you find this video informative and interesting, please click that like button, leave some commentary and share with your friends. If you want to support my work, you can do it through several means. All the links are on this video in the description box and in the pinned comment. And if you want to have access to full show, please consider to subscribe to my Patreon and Boosty pages. Thank you.